안녕, Mari. Hi. Hi, everyone. Hi. How are you? How have you been, everyone? Nice to see you again. Yay. So today, Eggbun's podcast has come back. Yay. How you been? How was your week, everyone? Was it good? I can't believe that it's already, August is already nearly going to the end, right? So September, seems like September is coming soon, which means autumn is coming soon. Time flies so fast. I hope everything's going well with you, everyone. So today we are talking about a bit different topic from our usual topics, which is, shall we just start? Shall we get started? So which is, let's go a little bit down and show you today's topic. Yeah, so today we are going to talk about Korean up-to-date news. Yay! Have you seen our story post about the podcast? So usually we talk about like the questions or the questions about Korean language, and usually you guys ask some. If you have any questions, like we usually answer to your questions through this podcast, especially about the Korean language. But today, like a small break and like refreshing the the podcast, because like it's been quite academic. I really like academic things, but at the same time, like it's nice and fun to know about what's going on in Korea, isn't it? So today we are talking about what's happening in Korea, especially like social cultural news. So today, as we usually done before, Polar Bear J, hi. So Polar Bear J asked about how's the weather recently. I traveled to Seoul in 2 weeks and I know it's rained a lot recently. You in Korea? Oh wow. Oh, you will travel to Korea. Yeah. Actually, today we are talking about this kind of topic today. Hi Jinuk. Yeah. Alright, so before we get started, like we go into the deep details, I'm gonna share what question we asked through our story post. So it was about the question was, let me go a little bit more down so that you guys can see the question. So the question was about any recent Korean news you want to talk about for today's podcast, right? 한국과 관련한 최신 뉴스에 대해 토론하고 싶은 주제가 있다면 우리 에그버니들은 어떤 주제로 토론을 하고 싶습니까? 라고 물었죠. 네, any recent Korean news you want to talk about, and then the most frequently mentioned answers was about the flood in Korea and Blackpink's comeback. Yeah, so we are talking about many recent Korean news today, but we'll talk about this very hot topic at the moment first, and then we'll look up other social and culture news as well. So Let's see. Let's start with the flood in Korea. All right, let's go. Oh, let me go down more. Ooh, not this one. Alright, so the flood in South Korea. Yeah, as many people heard about this news, there was a serious flood and heavy rain hit South Korea, right? So I'm gonna let's talk about this news first, and let's look up the BBC News report. So, according to the BBC News, at least 8 people have died and 14 others have been injured as flooding caused by torrential rain hit parts of South Korea's capital, Seoul. Yeah, it was disaster. No one really expected, like, it was so unusual flood in South Korea. So heavy rain downpoured on Monday night submerged roads, flooded metro stations, and caused blackouts across the city and neighboring provinces. So some areas received the highest rate of rainfall. The music is a bit doesn't fit to this news, but I just need let's turn it a bit down, and so the metro station and caused blackouts across the city and neighboring provinces. So some areas received the highest rate of rainfall in 80 years, right? So, and Korea's meteorological agency said, as you can see, weather officials said the rain was likely to continue over several days, and flood water gushing down the steps of metro staircases, parked cars submerged up to their windows, and people making their way across streets in knee-high water. So local reports said 3 victims were living in a semi-basement apartment known as a 반지하. 반지하 is Korean. So rescue officials said they were unable to access the apartments as flood waters had risen to waist-high levels on the streets, right? So 반지하, if I just talking about the 반지하, hold on. So I got asked about, did the flooding come from the river overflowing, or was it exclusively excessive rainfall that caused it? It was rainfall, but it is because of the drainage system. So like some areas were fine because of good drain system, but some were. So it's not because of the river. So all the heavy rain caused all this kind of flood with the bad drain system. So let's look into much deeper with the images and the reports. So before we go deeper, so the 반지하 is quite like unique housing style in South Korea. 반지하 is like this kind of semi-basement apartment, and I think you may see this kind of style, this kind of house in the movie Parasite. So 송강호, the family of 송강호, they lived in the 반지하. So especially this kind of severe rainfall hit like the central part of South Korea, like Seoul. So especially in Seoul, the specific areas called Gangnam, like Gangnam style. So Gangnam-gu and Dongjak-gu, like those kind of areas. So those areas have like not really good drainage facility, and the damage was severe with with the areas in the areas with low topography compared to other areas. So yeah, there are quite many reasons causing this kind of flood in the city. So first was the drainage facility. The second was a low topography, especially for certain certain areas. And the third was, basically because of the amount of rainfall. So let's see other pictures how it was. So you can see it's the Gangnam. I think it was Gangnam. So you can see the level of the rain was like the waist level of the adults. And as you can see, like most of cars and buses were just submerged under the water. Not under the water, like kind of like, by the water. And this is another part of the Gangnam. So as you can see, some parts are fine, because they are kind of like so usually lower the areas which have like low topography, usually submerged by the water, and then some parts were fine, but the serious, like how much serious was there. I'm not sure what am I talking right in order, but like the severe level was like especially Isu station was like the water broke the ceiling because of the weight of water. Literally broke the ceiling of the station, and then it just came into the station. And so that's why I heard that the train had to just pass this station, especially Isu. I think you can find the video of like this image on Instagram or other social media. Like it was so serious. Yeah. So because of the heavy rain, it was impossible to even count the amount of damage caused by the flooding of cars, houses, and shopping malls. So in this regard, President Yoon Suk-yeol, apologized to the people and announced that he would discuss the ways to develop better drainage facilities and tunnels in the future, especially in Seoul, because like other areas were fine, but mainly Seoul, like there were loads of damages in Seoul area. So that's why he will more look into the drain systems and tunnels in Seoul for the future. Yeah, but to be honest, I'm not but just what I feel was actually when I just heard about this news, I felt like 소잃고 외양간 고치는 격. So it seems like 소잃고 외양간 고치는 것. So 소잃고 외양간 고치는 것 같은 느낌이었어요. So 소잃고 외양간 고친다 is like proverb, like Korean proverb, which means especially there is exactly the same proverb in English, which is mend the barn after the horse is stolen. So 소 잃고 외양간 고친다. Mend the barn after the horse is stolen. So it's same meaning as this. So just like 소 is cow, but in English it's just replaced with the horse. So yeah, like it's already happened. And then, after the accident happens, it's a shame that like they will look up and then like try to find, like they will plan the, plan preventing other disasters or, those kind of things. But, like it would be better. It would be better like if we kind of think about this in advance. So yeah, it's a shame, but hopefully there's a better solutions for this in the future. All right, so let's go to the next topic. Oh, actually, before going to the next topic, actually some people asked about what is the climate in South Korea, like usually. So in terms of the climate, the characteristics of climate, so Korea has relatively distinct 4 seasons, and in particular there is a large, like big difference in annual temperature between summer and winter. So summers are hot and humid, but winters are quite cold and dry. So generally, like daily temperature gap between spring and autumn is quite big, and with the highest temperature dropping from 25 to 10 degrees with Celsius, and the highest in summer the highest degree is like 32 to 34, and the lowest temperature is like 28 degrees. But in winter, like usually the highest degree is like 0 to 3, but it drops down to like -10. So Korea is kind of a country where there's snow in winter and rain, monsoon season in summer, as you could see from the news. But yeah, you can also see like various, weather changes through a year. All right, so these were the news about the flood. The recent news about the flood in South Korea, and let's go to the next topic. All right, so the next topic is about protest against U.S. military bases. Yeah, actually, when I saw the answer who asked about this protest against U.S. military bases in South Korea, actually I couldn't find any recent news about this. But instead, I saw that people were protesting at Gwanghwamun on the 15th of August on the occasion of Liberation Day. So I think there were not that much, relation between them, but still, there was a protest in Gwanghwamun. But there's one thing that something that came to my mind regarding the US military base in Korea. It was about the Blue House. The Blue House. So Korea had a presidential election this year in May, and the President Yoon Suk-yeol was elected. Then the first thing Oh, it was March. Yeah, it was March. Oh no, it was May. Yeah. So no, it was March. Was it March or June? Anyways, so President Yoon was elected, and then it was March. Sorry, it was March, and then President Yoon was elected, and then the first thing he did was move his office, the president's office, from the Blue House to Yongsan, to the Yongsan Ministry of National Defense, which is quite unusual thing. And he said that it was to liquidate the remnants of authoritarianism and to return the Blue House to the public. However, there were people who opposed to it and saying that it was because of like feng shui, like 풍수지리, or like superstition, like 미신. But it was finally opened on May 10th among various opinions of even there were like various opinions of pros and cons. So, and at the time there were too many people coming to visit the Blue House, especially in May. Oh no, like the end of May and June. So to visit the Blue House, you need to book in advance, which is quite hard, and as hard as get K-pop idols concert tickets, or register the classes in university. So but recently I found that there was a kind of a shooting for the magazine Vogue, and you could see kind of the interior, the inside, how it looked like the Blue House, the inside image of Blue House. So I brought some images. So this one is the first one, and this is also another room of the Blue House, and yeah, these are the images of the Blue House. Yeah, so the interior that mixes tradition and modern, traditional and modern types of like Korean arts. Yeah, reminds me of the modern times of Korea. Yeah, like in actually the Blue House is actually used as an office from the beginning of Korean government, like from the president of Lee Seung-man until the 9th former President Moon, like President Moon Jae-in. So it's been quite long time as to be used for president's office, and it has history. But after the new Korean government, like the President Yoon starts to becoming a president, like it's quite sensational things, like historical moments, to change the president's, like Korean president's office, like moving the president office, right? Okay, so this was kind of the news about the what's going on in recent South Korea. And the next one we're talking about is the current feminism in South Korea, because one of our egg bunnies asked about what's happening about feminism in Korea lately. So like if we just look up the what is feminism, because it's quite sensitive word in South Korea, to be honest. Yeah, it is quite sensitive word. So but before we look into like the meaning of feminism in South Korea, let's look up the definition with the Britannia dictionary. So feminism is the belief in social, economic, and political equality of the sexes. So although largely originated in the West, feminism is manifested worldwide and is represented by various institutions committed to activity on behalf of women's rights and interests. Throughout most of Western history, women were confined to the domestic sphere, while public life was reserved for men. In medieval Europe, women were denied the right to own property, to study, or to participate in public life. Even as late as the early 20th century, women could neither vote nor hold elective office in Europe, and in most of the United States, where severe territories and states granted women's suffrage long before the federal government did so. So nowadays, actually, through the like social movements, I think women regain the rights, like equal rights, compared to the past. But still there are some, some parts of the world that restricts on women's rights so far. So like it is true that in Korea, feminism is a very like misused and socially sensitive word. So Korean traditional society was also quite patriarchal society. So nowadays, women's rights has been recovering by social movements gradually, but sometimes like radical feminists or people who misunderstand and act on feminism rather like promote mixed misogyny. So this hate can lead to gender confrontation again, but society is kind of like I personally think society is originally a place where dynamic and diverse, with the ideas and cultures existing at the same time, like coexisting. So I personally think it is important to live with your own clear philosophy within, with the kind of the, like the standard, like absolute standard that like do not crossing the line like good crime or, complete like ethics, but, focus on improving your own life, right? So I think, it is quite hard. It's quite hard to cover the feminism in Korea, in Korean society for today. So I will just stop here and introduce a few books about feminism that Korean celebrities have read and recommended just for fun. Okay, and then we'll go to the next topic. So the first one is about the first book I want to introduce about feminism is Kim Ji-young, born in 1982. So this book was recommended by Soo-young from SNSD, or Irene from Red Velvet, or even Korean actress Seo Ji-hye. And also BTS RM and Yoo Jae-seok, they also read this book. So it's quite popular, like Korean feminist book. And this book is a story about Kim Ji-young, born in 1982, who is a mother, wife, daughter, and co-worker from an ordinary family who wants to find her lost kind of self-esteem while suffering from postpartum depression, childcare, and conflicts between, mother-in-law and father-in-law. So actually, like, this book is very popular, so that's why there was a film with the actress Jung Yoo-mi and Gong Yoo, actor Gong Yoo, and they appeared the film about this book. So I think you can you can read this book, or you can even watch the film about this story if you're interested. Okay, so this was the first book, and then if we go to the second book is about the Bad Feminist by Roxane Gay. So this book is recommended by the previous announcer, how to say announcer in English? I forgot the word, but announcer. Oh Sang-jin, and actually he's working as a freelancer at the moment, and then appearing on loads of TV programs, and at the same time he's actually running his own book cafe because he loves reading, and he's quite popular in South Korea. So he read this book, and he reviewed about this book on his social media, on his Instagram, and he talked about he shared his thoughts on this book and feminism, and he said that our society is changing as we see the humor and remarks that were casually looked over during the first time working at the TV station, when he worked at the TV station. But the humors they were usually used to be looked over are now the subject of criticism and become an issue. So he thought that the society has made a lot of progress, and he continued that feminism, anyone who comes up with this word, it can become a target for attack in South Korea. But this book, Bad Feminist, is the book that can be of the strength to such people. And also he also recommended to read this book for men. So if you're interested, actually it's written by American author. So if you're interested, I think you can read when you are free. Alright, and the next book the next book I'd like to introduce is A Room of One's Own by Virginia Woolf. In Korean, it's 자기만의 방. A Room of One's Own. So this is the book recommended by Rani. If you're interested in feminism, and then want to know about feminism through the book, I mean, I just recommend this book because Virginia Woolf is one of the representative classic literature, the writer of the classic literature, and she is a female writer representing the 20th century. So even at the time when women's rights were not that much equal, but she wrote controversial arguments through her works, like through her books, and described insight into the like lifestyle and social conditions of women at the time. So the reason why I personally recommend this book is that it was published the time when it was quite difficult to speak out like openly about women's rights, but she made it. So that's the main reason why I value this book more, and yeah, the reason why I recommend this book as well. So yeah, it was about the feminism in South Korea. I mean, we are covering like loads of different topics about feminism, but yeah, let's finish this kind of serious topic here, and then let's go to quite fun topic. Alright? Yeah, let's go. The next what I wanted to talk about is Blackpink. The Blackpink's comeback. Yeah, so with starting with the Blackpink's comeback, we're gonna talk about the K-pop idols comeback news as well. So the first of all, let's talk about Blackpink's comeback. Blackpink in your area. So they've come back. So after breaking the the break of 2 years, they released the pre-release song called Pink Venom, and they will come back with the second album Born Pink in September. Yeah. At the same time, actually they celebrated their 6th anniversary of debut, and yeah, when you listen to the Pink Venom, is the song with very strong hard beat, like kind of like hip-hop style beat with the Korean traditional like instrument sound, and intro is quite interesting, and also you can see their own like hip-hop style, like YG style through this music. So yeah, I think I personally really like the chorus part. This, that, pink venom, this, that, pink venom, this, that, pink venom, get him. Like this part is very addictive, right? Isn't it? So yeah, I feel like I'm really addicted to the Pink Venom by them, by Blackpink. Yeah, and also there was a quite interesting and quite like surprising news that about the events for Blackpink's comeback, which is about they did like light up the pink campaign throughout the whole throughout the world, like especially in certain cities. So like they light up with the pink in Seoul and New York, Tokyo, Shanghai, Bangkok, and Los Angeles. So they turned the pink light on the day of their comeback. was cool, like such a big project, isn't it? Because some article reported that like YG Entertainment, they prepared a lot. They put loads of effort for their comeback, for Blackpink's comeback this time. So that's why I think they did like this kind of big campaign project, and also prepared the the official regular like second album. And also there's another big news, which is about their world tour. Such a big plan, isn't it? So YG, they announced that they will tour around the world, starting with Seoul in this October, and then they will tour around in the US and United Kingdom, Spain, France, Germany, Netherlands, Thailand, Hong Kong, Dubai, Indonesia, Singapore, and Australia. So they seems very busy with their tour plans, right? So yeah, actually I'm very excited about their comeback, their world tour news, and their new album, which is Born Pink. Blackpink in your area. Alright, so let's go to the next topic. So the next topic is about another girl group which who are representing the third generation of K-pop. Can you guess who will be? It is Twice. Yay! Twice are coming back as well. Yeah. So Twice, they also announced about their comeback plans with the album with the name of Between 1 and 2, and they will come back on 26th of August, which is this Friday. Yeah, it's very soon. It's very soon, isn't it? So the title of Between 1 and 2 is Talk That Talk. And JYP Entertainment, at the moment, JYP Entertainment, they are releasing like some parts of the songs from the album, and you can check them out on their social media like TikTok or Instagram of Twice. They're of them. So now at the moment, so far, you can hear some parts of the song called Brave, Queen of Hearts, and Talk That Talk. Yeah. And then from tomorrow, they will release the music video teaser. So the first teaser will be released tomorrow, and the second teaser will be released on Thursday, and then on the 26th, on Friday, they're going to release their new music video with the title song Talk That Talk. Yeah. So actually, when you see their Instagram, they released the concept photos. When you see the photos, actually, like first concept was more like secret agents with like very like kind of like strong strong and like dark, that kind of images. And then they released another concept with very pink cute concept, like when you think of Twice, like usually they have like TT, they're kind of like cute vibe, right? So this kind of concept. And then they released another new concept photo, like this blue and green, like refreshing summer vibe. So I think all of these three concepts are showing like explaining kind of the songs in the album. So I'm very looking forward to it. Yeah, looking forward to the album between 1 and 2. So, and actually, like for this album, 정연, I guess 정연, 지효, 다현, they took part in the production for this album. So I think it'll be also nice to listen to the songs. With the titles on Talk TikTok. So yeah, can't wait for their comeback on 26th. Concert, which was held on 20th of August. And also I wanted to talk about SM groups come back, like SNSD, like Key from Shiny, he will come back soon. And NCT also come back soon with the title song 질주. Yeah. Let's talk about the SM concert first. Because I could find loads of pictures of the concert on social media, and it looked very nice. Yeah, and this is 이거 like 개인적인 내피셜. So 내피셜 is like Korean slang, which means like which is like combined two words, brain, 뇌, and official, the English word official. So which means like personal opinion, but when people want to, make it more like official and rational, they usually the official. I feel like SM Entertainment has more like familyship, yeah, compared to like JYP or YG, because you can see like they made their social media, their Instagram um, account with SM Town, right? SM Town, like I feel like they have very good bondness, like bonding, like bondness among the artist and the company. So yeah, it's quite interesting thing. And also they're sharing the universe as well recently, like after aespa debut, there's a Kwangya, and NCT, they're also like they got lost in Kwangya, yeah, they have their universe, and there's all I think kind of like SM artists, they're sharing the universe. Yeah. So anyways, yeah, let's come back to the SM concert. There were 보아, TVXQ, 강타, Super Junior, SNSD, 소녀시대, Shiny, EXO, Red Velvet, NCT, aespa, Raiden, Kinjo. Yeah, they were there, and then they performed together. And when you see SM's like official social media account, it looked very nice. Lani really wanted to go there, but I couldn't make it, unfortunately. But I believe there are some people who, like me, wanted to go but couldn't make it, or if there are any people who went there, who made it. I mean, for both people, let's have a look. Yeah, how it looked like with the SM. Yeah, SM's account. So this was the SM's account, and you could see like Boa was there. Like this, right? So Boa, Kangta, Shiny, the key from Shiny was there, and Mino, Hyoyeon, DJ Hyoyeon, DJ Hyo, Raiden, Ginjo, and I don't know. I'm sorry. Yeah, and then there was Sonyashide, Forever One, We Are the One, and Red Velvet. Oh, let me just move. Yeah, Red Velvet was there as well. And who are they? Looks like, yeah, NCT, Dio, Girls on Top, Girls on Top, and I think there's so many members, which means NCT. And these are, what are they? Maybe Wavy? I guess Wavy, I'm not sure. And these are, I can't see their face, but yeah. And oh, so sweet, look at them. Yeah, with the Isuman director and then SNSD, they look so nice, right? Oh, there was a TVX. Hi Kai! So Kai's here, TVX key. Yeah, EXO members. Oh, Espa! And Super Junior and EXO. Yeah, there are loads of SM groups. And also, as I mentioned, he's working hard for his comeback, and he will come back. His comeback is planned on August 30th, which is August 30th at 6 p.m. KST. So I'm looking forward to it. And also there's NCT's comeback as well. You can see it, right? This is NCT's comeback. Chilju. The title will be Chilju. This is the teaser poster. Yeah, and what's the others? Yeah, oh, look at them. Looks so nice, isn't it? So this is the pictures of SMCon. And this is the teaser image of Key from Chinese. Yeah. Oh, this is another teaser image of NCT Chilju. They will come back on September 16th. Yeah. And I think this is Key. Yeah, his new comeback. Looking forward to it. Ooh, look at him. Bumpy. Yeah. And not only him, also, actually, they came back too. Starship Ive. They came back with the single Afterlife. You can see the images like this. Oh. 원영, 유진. Yeah. So pretty, right? Yeah, so there are quite many idol groups. They will come back, and also I heard that MX they will come back as well. Oh, hi Soryun. This is the comeback news. Yeah, they will come back with the single N12 on the September 19th. Yeah. So MX will come back as well. Alright. Yeah. So yeah, these are the things that I prepared for today. So yeah, there are so many things. 여자아이들 예뻐요. Thank you for commenting. Yeah, those are the K-pop idols, like from SM and from Starship Entertainment, like IVE and MX. Yeah, so these are the things that I prepared for today. I hope it was fun. And you know, today's topic was more about like the up-to-date news in South Korea. But we will come back with the our usual topics and podcasts, like talking about Korean languages, Korean words, expressions, and if you have any kind of questions, please leave on our Instagram story post, because our podcast contest is always being made with your comments and your answers. So please don't be shy. Don't be shy to throw your ideas by answering to the questions on our Instagram or live chat during the live streaming. Alright? Oh, do you have a question? Any questions so far? If you have any questions, please leave a comment. And if you don't have, I'm finished here. I will finish here. Alright? So, hope to see you guys again next week. We have this podcast every Tuesday, 6 p.m. EST. So, hope to see you next week. Yeah. Take good care, everyone. Thank you for coming. Thank you for listening. And have a lovely day, lovely evening, lovely night, lovely afternoon. Thank you. See ya. See you next week.